Fuck if I know. Calm down and assess the situation. Go to the docks. Calming down won't do any good because no one's gonna go to the docks. If the police aren't going, then what does it matter? I'm gonna go to the docks, I guess. Oh, this could just... I don't know. Yeah, that's right. So what if the police won't help? I'm not gonna just sit here moping while Shiro's carted off. Even if I have to do this alone, I swear I'll bring Shiro back alive and well. Setting out without delay, I pushed my legs to the limit for the third time as I desperately hurried towards the docks. High in adrenaline and filled with anger, I broke every athletic record I'd ever set, focused solely on my destination. Before I continued to run toward a distinct of life or death situation, I felt oddly calm. With this much adrenaline surging through my body, I should feel pumped and ready to go. Instead, all I feel now is peace. That's a bad sign. Oh, we're so dead. Oh, we're so dead. Yeah, that's a deadline. Oh, this is gonna be fun, guys. Honestly, I don't know how this will turn out. Maybe I'll save Shiro. Maybe I'll die trying. That's a good way to go look at it. That's a good way to look at it. Maybe not just like, let's save Shiro and get out of here. Hell, maybe I'll chicken out and run away like a pathic coward, like the pathic coward I wish I wasn't. But whatever the case is, from here on out, I can't have any regrets. I arrived at the docks in record time, exhausted and broken beyond words. But when I showed up, what rested before my eyes was an empty scene, similar to the one Ryo and I had seen upon our initial visit. It's a little worrying that this place is so quiet, given that I came here in search of someone. On the other hand, I had half expected an army of yakuza to be waiting here for me, guns in hand, so I guess I can't complain. Besides, they can't have moved out already, but they must have just scattered throughout town or congregated around here somewhere. Either way, if I can sneak around here quietly, unseen, then I just might be able to get out of this alive. True to my silent promise, I remained quiet, stealthy, practically invisible. I stalked the docks in a manner of completely unlike my last visit, where I had been strutting around proudly, almost as though I wanted to get caught. This time around, I knew exactly what awaited me if I failed. Still, no sign of anyone. No guards, no civilians, no yakuza, no Shiro. I'm starting to get worried. What if they really have moved on? What if Mr. Amiyama traded away his daughter in order to... See, that probably happened, right? I mean, he didn't really seem to give much of a shit. In order... Because I haven't seen him all game, so I don't know a thing about him. If he's in this much debt with this bad of a people, then obviously he's not a good guy. What if that smug bastard has already left, with Cecilia and the other woman hanging off his arm like trophies? What if I never see Shiro again? As the reality of that possibility hit me, my momentum slammed to a halt. I optimistically shrinked that possibility before, but whether I like it or not, there's a definite likelihood that Shiro and I will never meet again. All of those things I wanted to say to her, the place I wanted to go with her, experiences I wanted to indulge in with her, if Shiro really is gone, then... Huh? That sound... What could it be? As I closed my eyes and focused my mind, I heard for a second time the rattling of a wire fence. There was someone else here. Could it be? Oh. Someone, please help, somebody. Anybody help me. It is her. Shiro. What I heard wasn't a wire fence. Shiro was trying to break free of her cage. Hideki, you're here. You're really here. Shiro, what the hell happened? What have they done to you? No, never mind that now. We have to get you out of here. Hideki. As I examined the lock on Shiro's cage, her expression turned from one of relief to unmistakable sadness. No, Hideki, you can't do that. What are you talking about? Just tell me where the key is and I'll go get it and get you out of here in no time. That's not what I meant, Hideki. It's too dangerous. You shouldn't be here. The hell I shouldn't? Did you really think I'd just leave you out here to rot? Don't argue with me, Hideki. You need to get out of here as quickly as possible. These men, they aren't people you can handle. They'll kill you, Hideki. They'll gun you down without hesitation. Yeah, Shiro's right. I know she's right. She always is. Oh. But in a situation like this, where I'm in Shiro's only chance of escape, can I really abandon her? Oh, so our only options are leave her behind or break her out. I'm sorry. There's only one option. If we leave her, I would imagine it's just an automatic game end. I don't know how leaving her would do anything. So, grow. That's gonna go well. What am I saying? Of course I can't. I can never just leave Shiro like that. If I could rely on the police to handle this, I wouldn't have needed to come here from the beginning. Shiro, I'll be right back. Right back? Where are you? Wait a minute. Hideki, if you're saying what I think you're saying, don't worry. I'll be back before you know it. No, Hideki, stop it. They'll kill you. This is so stupid. If you were like, I've witnessed where they're at, the police would go. Shiro's scream continued to reach my ears long after I left her side. She begged and pleaded for me just to leave her alone, to let her suffer whatever fate was in store for her. This is fucking sad. But as my weary body limped along the docks, I knew that wasn't an option. I had already come this far, and I wasn't going to leave her to fend for herself. Keys, where the hell are the damn keys? Shiro wouldn't tell me, so chances are they're somewhere dangerous, like on the hip of one of those yakuza, or in the boss's lair. But without any real information, I guess I'll have no choice but to search. This is gonna go swimmingly. As promised, I continued to search the docks from head to toe, stealthily making my way through every warehouse and office I could break into. I also spotted the first sign of life, bar Shiro's and my own. Shitty-looking guy lurking about, slowly inching towards Shiro's cage. I convinced myself not to let it get to me. I needed to remain hidden, calm, quiet. But as time dragged on and my opportunity to save Shiro quickly faded, I grew more and more desperate. If those two are heading towards Shiro, there are chances they have keys to their cage. Why aren't we hiding and staking out the cage? If we can get like one guy going to the cage, try to whack him on the head, instead of just getting caught by somebody. No, I can't do that. Stop thinking about that, Hideki, remember? If you think one of them has a key, why wouldn't you ambush him? That might be your best chance to try to ambush a guy one-on-one. Stop thinking about that, Hideki. Remember what happened last time. I need to keep under the radar. Be careful, just as promised. Because if I don't, then... Breaking my train of thought, I heard a warehouse open not far from where I was standing. Another few yakuza soon passed by me, this time heading away from Shiro's cage towards town. One more warehouse to search, huh? This is getting tiresome. I've searched so many yet found nothing of value. I need to hurry this up already. I don't have time to be playing around. Quickly asserting the whereabouts of the warehouse from which those men exited, I sneaked in with a renewed sense of urgency. The lights were out, as anticipated of an empty storeroom, and little natural light found its way inside, making the search a lot more difficult. This is hopeless. I'm never going to find anything like this. I'll have to keep moving on until I find... Da-da-da-da! Congratulations! You're behind door number 1! As I casually entered the next room over, one from which I could see light, I immediately regretted my decision. Well, look at who we have here. I thought I'd heard a rat scurrying around these docks. I guess it wasn't hearing things after all. Staring me in the face were the same trio as of last time. Both women glared at me indifferently, while the man between them smirked, apparently amused by my appearance. Damn, that was careless. I don't recognize these buildings, since I thought a different exit last time, but surely enough, this is the same room in which Rio and I almost died. Of course, I wasn't entirely unexpected. If they expected me to show up, they would have expected police to be here, because normally police would... Continuing. Rather, I figured that rat trap outside would be the perfect way to lure any uninvited guest. Was the cage too much? I thought it was a nice touch myself. This bastard. He knew I was here the whole time, and they set up Shiro outside like that just to torment me? What's wrong? Hideki, was it? Are you just going to glare at me all day? I know you can speak. Or did you just want to wait here while Amiyama girl is deported? Deported? You... Ah, he speaks. What's on your mind, little... What the hell are you going to do with Shiro? Momentarily taken aback by my sudden outburst, the yakuza before me took a second to find the words he sought. Shiro, is it? To be honest, I've never bothered with her name. It's just the daughter of the man who owes me a great sum of money. But, you know, your little girlfriend will soon be working for me as a girl for the night. In other words, a whore. For a moment after those words reached my ears, I couldn't hear a thing. I couldn't move, couldn't speak, and all I saw was red. I felt anger in my life. I had felt anger in my life, after times before, in fact, especially lately. But what I felt at this moment, what was that? Oh, going deaf at your age, Hideki. I said that little white bitched whore will soon become a filthy, outrated bitch will soon become a filthy whore. But don't worry, a frail girl like her won't last long. I give her less than 1 week before she kills herself. Every word that escaped the mouth of the inhuman monster before me made me feel like throwing up. I gripped my hands so tightly that they went numb. My body shook, not with fear, but with anger. You! Me? My dear boy, do you really have time to be worrying about little old me? The girl is being moved as we speak. If you don't hurry... In a superhuman show of restraint, I repressed the urge I had to charge towards the callous bastard before me. No matter how much I wanted to pummel his face into oblivion, Shiro's safety remained my top priority. If shaving Shiro meant coming back for this slime another time, then... Well, have you made a decision, hero boy? Your little girlfriend can't wait. Shut the fuck up! I will save Shiro, and after I'm done, I'm gonna make you regret being born. You can count on it. Oh, shit, son. Driven by a new refound desperation and adrenaline, I sprinted back towards Shiro's cage, praying every second that I wasn't too late. I paid no mind to the men skulking around, or to the pain racking my body. I had a single goal. No matter what, I was going to reach it. Almost there. Come on, Shiro, just a little bit longer. Oh, fuck. No. I had sprinted as fast as I could, directly towards Shiro's cage, not letting anything stand in my way. But by the time I got here, I was already too late. This is just unfair. Why does this keep happening? Every step of the way, every time Shiro needs my support, it's too goddamn late. After Megami confessed, it took me 2 weeks to clean up the misunderstanding. 2 whole weeks. 2 weeks after leaving Shiro in despair, believing the worst and crying to herself over what could have been. Then, when I tried to protect her, I did the opposite. I led the Yakuza bashers straight to her door. And even then, knowing that they might come for her any minute, what did I do? I attend school, have breakfast with my mom, content to simply pray that nothing bad could ever happen? Now Shiro's been taken, and this time, all I can do is... Wait a minute, was that... Stop it! Let me go! Please, my father will get you the money, just... Give up, little girl! Your father can't pay up, so you'll do it for him. I'm telling you, I don't want that. Please, anything but that. I'll find a way to get the money, so... Shut up, bitch! You're ours now. You know what you're told. You can't understand that? Then maybe we should... Get your hands off of her! Hideki! Following the sound of Shiro's hollering, I sprinted over to her side as quickly as humanly possible. Thank God I'm not too late. Hideki, what are you doing here? You should have run away when you had the chance. And leave you with these creeps? Not happening. The two yakuza holding Shiro stared at one another for a second, as though they weren't sure how to proceed. They hadn't been expecting company, especially not some kid with a death wish. Listen to the girl, kid. This is none of your business. The hell it isn't. Oh, shit. I took a step forward toward the yakuza, and without hesitation, they each removed the guns from their holsters. Last chance, kid. I don't want to kill any kids if I don't have to. Well, I mean, obviously they don't care that much because they're basically going to kill her. I mean, for all intents and purposes, let's be honest here. Yeah, well, good luck, because the only way I'm leaving Shiro's in a body bag. Poor choice of words. Why are... You'd think he'd try to, like, I don't know, just talk non-provokingly. I took another step forward. Oh, she's crying. Stop it, Hideki. They really will kill you. Damn straight. Take one step and You'll what? As I spoke, I took yet another step forward. Was that supposed to be a gunshot? It was a terrible gunshot if it was. Hideki! As the sound of a gunshot ran in my ears, I looked down towards my own body. At first, I couldn't see or feel anything. No gunshot wound, no fatigue or desperation. I felt as though every nerve in my body had frozen at once, unable to process the information being received. Hideki. However, as the seconds crawled by, reality inevitably settled in. A red stain appeared on my shirt, trickling down my torso. It grew larger and larger with each passing second, bringing with it a warm, wet sensation. But even then, I didn't feel any pain. Oh, man, I really hate killing kids, but you've got to do what you've got to... Hey, what the hell are you doing? I took another step forward, and then another. I ignored the feeling running down my torso, pulling all of my willpower and energy into realizing the goal before me. What the hell? You got a death wish or something? Well, you just shot me in the chest. I think I'm dead anyway. Give up, kid. Go to the hospital, for crying out loud. So what do they do, just wound me so far? The words spewing forth from the scum before me all ran together into an incompatible blur. I couldn't understand a word they were saying, and honestly, I didn't care. Nothing they said could keep me from advancing forward. Nothing they would make me give up. No! Another gunshot. I couldn't tell where the bullet hit me or not. I didn't look down to check, and I certainly didn't feel it. Shiro's reaction told me I was in trouble. Even if that bullet didn't connect, I was struggling to stand, let alone walk. Stop it! Stop it! Isn't that enough? You're going to kill him! Shiro's words weren't much comfort, but her action proved to be great help. While trying to both contain their hostage and shoot at me, the two yakuza had been literally shaken by Shiro's reaction. As she struggled to break free, their accuracy lowered accordingly. Nice job, Shiro. You're getting sloppy. Only one or two of them even hit me. Contrary to my cocky thoughts, I knew I was in trouble. Be it one bullet or five, I was already half dead. One of those two could punch me in the face, and that would probably be the end of it. The hell is going on? Why would this kid just die? That's not gonna happen. I told you, didn't I? Only way I'm leaving Shiro is in a body bag. Have it your way. Please just... Shiro stopped struggling, giving my two opponents every opportunity to shoot me dead. All three bullets hit me dead on, effortlessly making Swiss cheese out of my torso. I dropped to the ground, no longer able to stand. I could feel the blood pooling around me, taking with it what remained of my life. Finally, For a second there... Oh! The police are here, everybody! Oh, good! I'm so happy they're here now! Just as victory seemed within their clutches, the two yakuza turned to face the sound of the police siren. The sound was muffled through the blood in my ears, and I lacked the strength to turn my head. Even so, the flashes of blue and red light sprawled across Shiro's body told me what I needed to know. Are you fucking kidding me? Damn it! We wasted too much time here! The two yakuza fretted for a second, unsure of whether they should shoot it out with the cops or not. But with the most of the ammunition lodged in my torso, and the number of police vehicles increasing every second, the decision became obvious. It's good. I did it. I really did it. Even if I couldn't save her with my own hands, I bought enough time for the police to get there, and the ass isn't... Well, I mean, if I really think about it, it took them like, I don't know, 30 seconds to shoot you. The police would have showed up on time anyway. I mean, really, in reality, that didn't take very long. They wouldn't have had time to move Shiro anyway. Even if I couldn't save her... Honestly, of all the stupid things I've ever done, this is easily the most worthwhile. I don't know how many times I was shot, or how much blood I've lost. I don't even know if I'm still alive or not. Hideki. Either way, I can't regret what I did. This situation may not have turned out the way I'd hoped, but all things considered, it's amazing. Everything turned out as well as it did. Yeah, because it turned out so fucking great. Shiro avoided being deported, the police tracked down a crime syndicate, and I... Hideki! Shiro, don't cry. As I opened my eyes, perhaps for the last time, I was greeted with a sight well worth my effort. Yeah, because that's a great face to look at. Looking at my miserable face was Shiro, the girl I loved, the one whom I risked everything. But the look on her face was not the joyful smile of someone who escaped deportation, or of someone who narrowly avoided the fate worse than death. Instead, Shiro looked down at me with an expression of pure misery, clearly aware that I was nearing my end. Don't look so happy to see me. My words were painful to squeeze out, but I couldn't leave Shiro hanging. Even if I expanded my dying breath, I'd offer her whatever closure I could. Hideki, you idiot! I can't believe you! How could you be so stupid? Come on, Shiro. You're talking to a guy who has to write his own girlfriend's name on his hand. Shiro didn't laugh. Shiro didn't berate me. She didn't speak. She simply looked at me with tear-filled eyes as she thought about what I had said in our final moments together. You know, before you showed up, I was planning on killing myself. I thought that nobody would come for me, and that my father owned... The person my father owed money to. When I was taken, my father told me that they had planned for me. They came to my house and threatened my father. He even offered me to them without a second thought. No way. So I thought that if I was going to be forced into that kind of life anyway, then I'd rather... Shiro stopped talking. Her words transformed into inaudible sobs, and tears streamed down her face. Idiot. What good would that have done, huh? What... Do you have any idea how I would have felt if you did that? Shiro continued, well, what the... seriously, though, that's kind of bullshit logic. She just had to witness your death to save her. How do you think that makes her feel? She continued crying to herself, not saying a word. Anticipating no response anytime soon, I kept talking. That's why, no matter what happens from here on out, don't you dare kill yourself. Even after I die, No! Even through her tears, Shiro forced herself to speak up once more. Don't talk like that! You're not allowed to die, okay? I won't let you! Shiro, If you do, then what reason will I have to go on? My parents offered my life away without a second thought. My friends never even noticed that I was gone. If you die, then I might as well. Don't you dare kill yourself. If you did, what did I just say? No matter what else happens from here on, there's no thing you cannot do. But no buts. If you do that, then this will all have been for nothing. Do you want my death to have been for That's cruel. That's bullshit. Of course not. But if you die, then you just have to live on for both of us. Achy. Tears refused to stop streaming down Shiro's face as words failed her. Her red eyes and running nose continued to sully her otherwise beautiful face, making me wish I had the strength to raise my hand and assure her that everything would be all right. But as tears fell non-stop onto my numb face, I knew that wasn't possible. My time had come, and I accepted that. Okay, Hideki, I'll do it. I'll live on for both our sakes, no matter what happens to me from now on. Even if I never make a name for myself or recover from this, I will always... So, I've been reserving judgment on this route until it ended. It sucked. And I'm not saying it sucked because it was sad and didn't have a fairy tale ending. I'm saying it sucked because it didn't make any sense. It was poorly thought out. The actions that happened weren't legit. What a poorly... I believe this is the good ending. Because, I mean, as I've heard and know, there's a good and a bad ending, but there's not really a good ending. I think you either save her and die, or I believe the bad ending is she just gets sold off as a sex slave and ends up killing herself, most likely. But so much top to bottom in this route, I thought was bullshit. The whole police not going, the whole, them shooting you, and in reality, you could have, just so many different things that would have been smarter to do in that situation. If you had, it would have been obvious if the yakuza knew who you were and knew you were trying to save her. Would have been pretty obvious not to talk. I mean, just so many things in this, because everything about this ending I could see coming a mile away. It was so obvious. And Shiro, this might sound harsh, because obviously the alternative is to let her basically become a sex slave and end up dying, which is awful. But what kind of life did we just leave her? Her parents sold her into basically sex slavery. They sold her away. She can't go back to them. She doesn't have any friends. She has nobody else in her life that, like, likes or appreciates her. And we were basically like, you can't die. Like, you have to live for my sake because I sacrificed myself for you. So basically, she has to live with the guilt forever that you died. The only person that ever really loved her, that you died because of her. Bravo, Hideki. Bravo. So that's my rant. I've seen this coming a long way off. And I've been gradually getting more pissed the more I played this route. I am all for not having visual novels that have to end all happy-go-lucky feely. Look, I played the Shinatsu route, not very happy, but I appreciated it. It was well done, it was well written, it was sad, but it was touching. This is bullshit. Anyway, guys, I do thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, to some extent. I do still like parts of this game, but I know different people wrote different routes. Like, I knew, I think it was like, different people wrote different routes. So I know I like the guy who wrote the route for Shinatsu. I even messaged him on Twitter once. Don't like this route. I like it. It didn't make sense. It was stupid. It was naive. I just thought it was poorly written, and the story suffered. The story wanted it to end this way, not because the story made sense, but because this is how it wanted to go. Anyway, guys, I will rant all night if I don't stop. Anyway, guys, I have been Fiddle Ferret, and I will see you back on the prowl next time. Bye-bye!